Ready? I know, look, it's gonna be noisy right here. All right, so we're doing a little bit of a technical Tuesday, and look who's home. Look who's home. Hey, where did you go last night? Huh? He got so scared of something. You know, lately I know it, buddy. Oh. We looked all night long. I mean, I'm talking till, what, 3 in the morning for him. We drove all over the place, and we went by the same spot Amanda found him half a dozen times, and then he was there. So, man, thank you to everybody. I thought he was gone forever. He has never, ever left me. I've had him in Nevada. Yes. I've had him all over the country with me. Rest areas, truck stops. He does this right here all the time. He never runs off. He doesn't do anything. And we were on the mountain, and he got spooked, and he took off. And I don't know. We yelled. Like I said, we were up there almost all night.
He had to have heard us.
Yeah, we yelled and yelled and yelled and yelled. So, anyway, you know, it was wrong for me not to have a chip in him or some kind of identification. He's just always here, you know, and.
But we've called the vet, and we've all that took care of.
Yeah, he's super important to us, like all your all's pets are too, I know.
Well, he's important to everybody because with the Facebook posts and all the texts that I got and all the texts that you got, I can't thank everybody enough. Like you said, they prayed for him. They were people out looking.
Man, it was like everywhere.
They shared the post over. It was like 97 or almost 100 times.
Wow!
So thank you.
I mean, local people that live around here that watch our show.
Our residents here, they shared it. People shared it like crazy.
Yeah,
it was amazing.
So we're in the shop, as you guys can hear. We're doing this on purpose because we want you to see what's going on in our shop today. We're building the Incred-I-box.
Yeah.
So just wanted to give you a little bit of an insight of how we wire, plumb, frame, insulate, and we're just going to do a quick walk through here, show the guys working, so you can see the quality of what we're doing. Now you got to remember these homes are still being built from the old panels, and we're still going to be mixing the old and the new. And I wanted to let you know, we'll have a new panel home up on the sales lot. So if you come in here, you're going to be able to compare side by side the old panels and new panels and what the house looks like. So that's really going to be interesting.
Can I just check your microphone? I do not see a blue dot. Oh, I do. It's just really tiny. I just want to make sure it's working. Cool. Okay.
So, first of all, again, and if you've seen these videos, some people always tell me, Randy, it's really interesting to be able to see how you guys work and what you do. All right. So, first of all, the floor system's built over here on this table, and they flow. It's a pattern. So they got the same thing all the time. Everything's cut, pre-cut, and they sheet it. And then what he'll do is we'll take this crane and we'll hook it and we'll flip it over and set it on an incoming trailer. And you guys can see there's trailers out front that will be pulled in here and being able to have the floor set on. Now, the plumbing is always the same, and this is an assembly line, so we always make sure that our toilet is always here. This is a Studer vent. This is a vent that helps flush the toilet. Then we go over here to a sink, shower, and it branches over and goes to the kitchen sink, branches over to that. So these guys are putting all these on, right? And as you can see, they're insulating the holes to keep all the water line up off the floor. So you can see how we've got this about 1.5 inches, 2 inches up off the floor. And what happens is when we put all our insulation in here, there's none. Now this will all be filled in. All this is filled in with our bags of insulation that's recycled from our area out front, where we router, and you guys can see there's a 45-degree angle on this foam. Well, that's the excess foam that we put in these bags that are right there, and we'll put our masks on and put all that in there. And we also have an overhead hopper that we've used. It hasn't been as efficient as what we want. Look at him. He's ready to go to the mountain.
He's ready to go to the mountain again. Come on, Ace.
Come here, buddy. Come on. All right, so after they're wired and plumbed, this is what we call home runs. Ace, come on! These are home runs. This is where our panel box will be behind the front door when you come in. And I like about this is because we built we're about on, come on buddy, about 600 homes. And we tweaked it, we've changed it, but 95% of everything has not changed since we started building the house. And of course, we've added the 20-footer. We started out with the 16-foot. So we go from there, we go from that process to the finished floor after we sheet it. And this is the vinyl floor. Now you guys can see this. This is a 90-degree angle that's set here. It's set in exactly the width of our panels. Now the panels we have, they get with the overhead crane, and we got some being built right now with windows in them. They'll set it in place, and it's got a 90-degree notch on the panel. That metal on that panel goes over this flashing. So it's really perfectly waterproof. This flashing goes underneath the house, and there's pressure treated plywood under here. So there's no water. You're not going to worry about this floor system ever rotting, getting wet, because when the water hits that, it hits this and comes down. The only openings, of course, are your windows and doors. Those are your most primary places for any kind of rain or any kind of leaking, but there's no 2x4s in the wall, right? So even if there is a problem where you have to caulk it or something, that there could be something wrong where some of the guys make a mistake, but we test them. I wish we had a rainstorm in here. We can test them better. Ace, you stay here, buddy. Anyway, we've been doing pretty good. There have been some situations we had to go back, pull the trim off and redo them. But after 500-600 homes, we're learning more and more and more about doing this. So isn't that a beautiful floor? As you guys can see, all this right here, here's a gas line, water line, and all your electrical. All this is in the door trim. So that's why there's no trim here. So we put flashing, and when we set our door, we'll put our door, and there's a box on the inside of this, and we'll show you down the line. And it's kind of like a chase, we call it. It's like a hollow chase that we can store stuff in. As this goes up, there'll be a plug here, and then up here there's a switch. This is a double switch, so it's a 3-way wire, even though it's got 4. I don't know, electrical always does that. Black, white, and red. And the reason there's a red is because you have a switch for the outside light, and you have a switch that operates that right down here. And it operates this plug. And you guys can see the little red wire on here. So this plug, just the top of this plug is hot, so you can put a lamp. So if you have a bed, and that's the way I intended to do mine, is I wanted a lamp to illuminate the living room or the bedroom area. The reason we don't go over top is just because these walls are solid. So there's no way to chase a wire in through the wall, up into the ceiling, and I didn't want an exposed wire, so that's why we went ahead and put a hot plug which operates a lamp. Now the other thing is about a fan, and I thought, okay, we still have to have a fan to move all the air. Well, over here is what we've ran a circuit, and is one of these wires. So one of these wires, it says loft, right? Well, that's a loft plug. And what we have an interior, and I'm going to show you our interior walls today. So what we have is an interior wall here, and John builds our interior walls. You wouldn't believe the technicality in this interior wall, because in here we have an opening that gets into our access panel for our water diverter valve for the shower. Then you got a switch for your overhead in your bathroom. You have a plug for this loft, which is a fan. And you can put a fan on the loft, plug it in, and you can blow all your air in here because there's no ceiling fan in here. Also, you can use that plug for an air conditioner. Now, right above this is your kitchen sink, where there's a 2030 window, and there's enough space between your window and the ceiling to cut in a nice air conditioner. It would look clean and nice. I don't know if anybody's ever done that yet, but when I first designed the 16-footer, that's what I wanted. I thought, you know what? If you cannot afford a mini split, you can put a air conditioner, and you just take a saw and cut it out and set it in. Most people are putting it in the window, and it's so much easier to do that, but I hate an air conditioner in the window because I like my windows. But anyway, that's what it was intended for. So if you did not want to buy a mini split and pay a couple $1,000, is he running off? Ace, you come here. Get over here, Ace. He's wandering.
He's trying to sneak off.
He wants to go back out in the mountains.
He wants to go to the
He's
mountains.
bored.
Look at him.
You get over here. All right, let's keep walking. He's on lockdown, you know it? Ace is on lockdown. Get over here.
Somebody asked how long that he was going to be in timeout.
He looks tired too. Look at him.
I think he's sleeping.
You laid out all night, didn't you? Yes, all night long. All right.
Randy. Oh, look at that.
They got a snake up there.
Look, It's on a sword.
On a sword. They got too much time on their hands.
They have too much. They have arts and crafts going on.
All right, come on, Ace.
buddy.
All right, so from the floor, we cover the floor with rubber.
Yeah.
So the guys can work on it and it protects the floor while they're working. As you guys can see, right now we're in a really good time because
they're getting ready to lift
they're
it.
getting ready to lift this wall. They're putting their suction cups on it. They got 2 suction cups. All right, that'll lift up overhead on our crane. Now this was a makeshift crane system that we didn't know how it would work. We've ordered some really nice cranes now.
Here we go. Come here, Ace.
Yeah. So here we go. Now, he's cutting, what they do is he's cutting the doorway right now, super loud. So what he does, you can't cut the doorway once the door's on the wall. So he just gets a couple cuts together, and then he'll stop. So now when the door is on the wall, I mean when the wall's on the floor, then they can continue cutting that out.
Oh, I'm so glad that we got to see this.
Is that cool?
Yeah, it's cool.
Watch. They're nervous because we're filming.
Holy cow. Come here, Ace.
There we go. All these are built from door remnants. Is that not amazing?
Unbelievable.
Now, right down here in the bottom, Amanda,
Yeah.
this is where it's notched out. So they got to slide it back and forth to fit it, right? And they got suction cups. Let's come over on this side. So you can see they got the 2 suction cups. He's got one so he can actually, they got one on both ends. There they go. And listen, this is just as probably inexpensive as you can create this overhead crane suction cup. Those 2 things, each one costs $3,000 a piece.
Wow,
Just
wow,
the suction.
wow.
Now they're running and they suck it, and they have been amazing. Those things will lift, I think, about 1,700 pounds each.
Well, at first it was every man on deck was lifting these walls.
Oh, look here.
remember?
Look at, now that's custom right there.
I love it. I love it.
Hey, let's go down here.
Hey, Randy, get your dog.
Come on, Ace. Get over here, buddy.
He was right there. He goes.
Hey, come here.
Look
Right
at
here, Ace. Look, Ace. There you go. Oh, George was putting the left foot to it, wasn't he?
George putting it to it.
So,
It's intense. I
well,
love it.
and then what they do is they'll go and screw the bottom of it
Yes.
off, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
These guys are amazing. I love it.
Oh, man, we got an
Good
amazing
guys.
crew. Yep, sure
Good
do.
guys.
They're doing great. And they care about what they're doing. They really do.
care.
We're down here, we talk all the time. We're always here. It's like we're getting closer, you know, all the guys. Yeah, we're getting to know each other really a whole lot more.
This is almost like, remember how we used to slap the TV whenever the antenna wouldn't work?
Get a better picture.
Yeah, get a better picture. Good job.
Here, come here, let me show you this.
Come on.
So you can see how he's screwing that together. Yeah. And he's got an automatic screw gun.
Man, that's a lifesaver.
Now, that's what I was talking about earlier, is how this, see how this is notched over?
Yeah.
So you got a notch right here, and so the water just flows down.
Yes.
And then the other wall will come over there, and then we got a corner to cover that up.
That's awesome.
It's worked really well. Yeah. Now they're putting the trim on. Okay, over here you probably see better.
There's front.
So they're putting trim on that, which will help receive.
I see.
It receives the next wall that'll go up against it, and then they'll screw this way into the next wall.
Okay.
Yeah. Now over here, this is another wall that they can sit on this side.
Okay.
And they've got the end wall already done, right? And then
Will they do the end wall next, or they do?
yeah, they'll put the end wall. Now then it'd be all good, and they can take the clamps off. Now the end wall they set by hand. They don't need the overhead crane. It's not that heavy.
Small.
Each one of those panels is approximately 17 pounds a piece.
I was going to ask how much do they weigh?
All right. Now, come this way, after the walls are up and everything's secured and they screw it all off with the corner members, and they'll come inside. Now, what's really gives us the strength, you guys can see this right here. See this flashing? Well, once the wall sits, they'll screw this way to hold the wall, just like that.
I see.
See that right there? They'll screw that off.
He's going to do that on the end and then come down through
they're
here.
putting their corners on right now. And the reason they don't put the corners on while it's on the wall is because it's backwards.
Oh,
you can't get on the back side of the jig to put those corners on there.
Okay.
Yeah. Isn't that cool?
That's pretty cool seeing both of them on each side.
It's super simple, which I like. It's a simple process.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. That's really nice. Good deal.
Okay. So then, I know it. This is so boring for you, isn't it?
He knows he's on lockdown. He knows.
So boring for you. You got in trouble. I'm so glad we found them.
Oh.
Man.
Yeah.
After the walls are up, we'll take this little thing here. This is kind of a remote control. This is a dolly, and you can operate it, right? So you operate it by hand, right? And then it'll pull the whole house automatically back to this station. And this one's temporary. It can be moved in and out, and this is a permanent scaffolding. So we pull the house in here, and then we surround the entire house with a walkable scaffolding around the perimeter of the home.
That's super safe.
Yes. And then that is the roof system.
Let me see.
Yep. All that is the roof system. Ace, come here. You stay here. You stay. And then we do the same thing with the roof. The suction cups grabs it, overhead lift system, and they set the roof right here. And then they're back to building more walls.
Yeah.
So theoretically, they should be able to build all the walls for one house in about 2 hours, 2 to 3 hours. And
I'm sure people are wondering, it's like, wait a minute, how do you do 4 and 5 houses a day? How
right.
does that work?
Well, 10-hour days, 2 hours at a wall. And sometimes they go a little faster, but what happens is some of the homes have got some amenities, so guys are being cross-trained, and we don't really need to put out 5 yet a day. So we average 3 every day. It's no problem. If we wanted...
That's an amazing group right there.
Oh, they're good guys.
Yeah, I like watching them.
Yeah, everybody's working, everybody's going, everybody knows what to do. They know the measure. There's a quality control check on there.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
that's cool to see. I like that.
So after the roof goes on, then we got the interior walls I was telling you about John.
Yeah.
And this is what John's doing. So this is the bathroom wall. What's going on here, John?
Well, initially what we had was 2 separate boxes. You had a light switch, well, the outlet over here that control the lights in the bathroom or the shower. Instead, a little bit smarter, we have everything all here.
This is a change we're doing?
Yep. Previously.
Oh, here, hold on. You can take
I got a mic.
Can he hear?
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
Just want to make sure he can hear.
Good deal.
Yeah.
So previously we were using a shallow box, well, your standard 1-gang box like this, could be placed off there. Instead, it's a little bit easier and a little bit harder to mess up if you have the wires that come straight to it.
Right.
Everything's going in a single direction, it's just like traffic.
You got it. Good. And what's this red pipe for?
That right there would be for the shower head, actually. That's where the shower attachment would go, the nozzle and all that fun
So you can
stuff.
see, Amanda, this is the interior part of the shower.
Yep.
So the shower hits this, and that's where the water comes out. So he's got to think reversely because this switch will be on the other side when it's installed.
Okay.
Yep. John, how long have you been working here?
Coming up on a year, actually, at the end of June.
And you've saved a lot of money, ain't you?
Yep.
Amanda? He's saved a lot. How much money have you saved up?
Well, after this last check, should be sitting close to the undisclosed amount.
Smart boy.
Yeah, well,
That's right.
What
Smart,
did you just buy? What kind of vehicle are you driving?
2012 Jeep Grand Cherokee Sahara.
Oh,
Ain't that something?
very nice.
And not Grand Cherokee, what I'm out about. It's a hot day.
Ah, you're doing good, man.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Oh, she's
Good
pretty.
deal.
I like it a lot.
Congratulations. That's really
Good,
nice. Well, you
good.
worked hard.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, he is on it.
Yeah.
He's on. He does these interior walls. What? Oh,
Yeah.
What do you want me to do?
Blah, 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 blah.
What do you want me to do? I got music playing.
I know. Hold on a minute.
All right. Okay, they just turned the radio off. Hey, look what John's done. So inside here, he'll build that, right? And he'll actually wire it. And this is an example of what he's done.
Oh, there we
So
go.
right there, you guys can see he's got the wiring. It's all set. So then the guys will jump in here and install those interior walls here because you got your shower. It's already in set. the shower, the plumbing, the wiring, and everything. So now we've got another crew that'll come in here and set the interior walls. That's for the water heater, for the refrigerator, for the interior wall. You got 2 interior walls and a loft. So that's the whole bathroom right there.
So they have everything they need when they step in here to do that. Okay.
Yes. All the flashing and everything.
Great.
All right. So these are the original door panel walls.
Yeah.
You can see I just love this whole concept. We do have the new panels coming out. We built a couple homes. They're thicker, there's no screws, and we'll be offering them for a little bit of an upcharge. And some people are ordering them now. It actually, they're 2 5/8. These are just under 2 inches. And probably a little bit more snow load. And aesthetically, they look nice because there's no screws, fasteners on the new panels. So we're offering them. We may, in the future, we hope not, to discontinue these just because they're hard to come by, or becoming harder because it depends on the door assembly, right? If they don't build as many doors, and we don't get as many remnants to work with.
Depends on how many homes are being sold and things being built.
Now, I don't mean to say bore you, because Amanda says stop, you don't ever bore anybody.
It's not boring.
So,
yeah.
All right, so once they put the interior walls inside, then we put the walls in. Now, here's another example of one right here where the walls are in. You can see the interior walls, the kitchen's in. See the bathroom, the loft. And that's what was laying on the previous little
that's what was over here
part.
before.
Yeah, it was right there. They put it in. And then over here, Kanan is the one who puts together all the kitchens and countertops.
I just saw Kanan. He's inside
Yeah,
here.
and he's got a shop, and he's putting in the...
He's right in there.
Yep. So Kanan puts the toilets, he puts the kitchen together, the sink. Amazing. He can do 5 a day, like with his eyes shut.
Really?
5 homes. Yeah. He does it just... Yeah, he's spot on.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Another thing, just on a video up there, see up there, that hole? That's the one John was talking about. Another interior wall. So that wall right there is from top to bottom. It's always the same. Point up there a little bit, Amanda, up the top. Okay, so there's not very much tolerance between the height of this and where it fits because there's a certain width and a sloped ceiling. That is an access panel for our
Excuse me.
for our panel box.
Okay.
And above it is a plug. Right.
Okay.
Now the plug over there by the kitchen window to the left, that's the plug I was talking to you guys about. Right, where am I at? Right there.
Yeah.
That plug is there, so you can set a fan on the loft, and that'll blow the air around inside. Or you can put your air conditioning, right, up above that window.
Above that, right there.
Up above that window, and use that plug to operate your air conditioner. That's what we call a home run. It's a designated circuit that goes right to that panel.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Ace, you're doing so
Come on,
good.
Ace.
He's
Good
doing
boy.
good now. What a good boy. Oh,
So we got 16 footers, 20 footers. This is a 20-foot home. And of course, when the guys get a gray panel, they try to keep all gray panels together because they like how it looks.
Yeah.
And you guys can see, then we put an electrician in here. He'll come in here and put all the plugs and switchers, everything together, builds a panel box, and we got to hit the one more time. All right, I had to turn off another radio.
I
Put this.
know.
Hey, buddy, come here. Come here, Ace. So, kitchens, interior walls, roofs, walls, everything, that's the part, and he gets to this part. Now, if we've got any kind of solar, that's when the solar comes on. We got the guys out here. We added this 100 more feet to our building, and it's kind of a mixed batch of inventory, solar, as you guys can see, stacking all this stuff. Now, the reason it looks like this is we have some water in here. We've told before, when we first purchased this land, 34 acres, it had 200,000 square foot of concrete, and it had a building on it that somebody tore down.
Yeah.
Well, we're putting little bitty buildings all over the place on this 200,000, and we have flashed, we have drained, we have done all of it, but it's like living in a swimming pool, and when it rains, it finds its way in. So what we're hoping to do is pour concrete in here and elevate it, but it's another probably $20,000 to do that just for this one section.
I know.
So
We just have to take our time and do stuff as we can because the main goal is to build houses.
you got it.
So we got to get it
Yeah,
done.
yeah. You know, it's so. You know what's fascinating is that we're building these kind of homes, the quality that we're doing, the amenities we're putting on, like solar and all these other bay windows and mini splits and all that,
Yeah.
and we're producing a beautiful home that's going out of here. and it's not state-of-the-art environment.
It's not.
You know, and we have to deal with what we have.
No, we're trying, and we've built every year. I mean, we have built on and on and on and on every single year.
Yeah, and you know, to keep up with that, you know, and I know that there's a couple things about showing you guys this process. Some people say to me, why are you showing this process when somebody could duplicate what you're doing and recreate what you're doing and outdo you and compete you? I say, you know what, bring it on.
Exactly.
Bring on the competition.
Yep.
If you guys want to build these things, go ahead and try to start doing these things, and we'll see, because I guarantee you,
It's tough.
you won't sell them for the price we're selling them.
Nope.
But bring on the competition. Another thing is, it actually opens up a lot of people watching our videos that can critique, and leaves me open to being judged and being criticized. And thankfully, to I guess my learning about this process and this industry, I don't read the comments. And I don't mean to be impersonal, and I wish I could communicate more with people better, but I've got so much to do. Reading comments is just not good for me.
No.
Positive or negative, and you guys heard me talk about them before. So what I do is, this is my world, this is what I build, and I enjoy creating, and I go with my gut and what I've felt over the years, like the RJO, the Incred-I-box, the cottage, the models, the Birmingham, all just come from my brain of just wanting to be creative.
That's right.
And just thinking about things, being quiet in my mind, and just trying to come up with stuff.
Yep.
And it's fun to do that. And you know, I think my whole safety net, if you will, it's not based on this company. It's not based on the money that we're going to make in this company. As we grow and grow, the company just grows because we're becoming more popular and people want our homes. And we're not going to, if we sold 1,000, we're going to do our best. So we're not going to kill ourselves, but we'll grow exponentially as we can.
Because in reality, we're in our 9th year. So, I mean, we've grown every year, like we were just talking about. And it takes, you know, more and more steps, more and more creativity. From the very first, when you started, can you think back? It's leaps and bounds of where we was there. Not to say that was wrong. It's just that you've grown even in your own creativity.
You know, and you saying that helps me remember back there.
Yeah.
And I told you before, when I built the first one, I thought, there's no reason why this can't be duplicated on the manufacturing. And I told you, I've always wanted to own a manufacturing company.
You told me that back at Brothers Cove.
Yeah, and the reason is because you can create an income during the rain, inclement weather. And I remember Ross Perot said one time when he was running for president, he built computers. I guess he had a computer company. And he said, to have your livelihood based on the weather of it, cold, rainy, snow, and everything, he said you're limiting your amount of income you can produce.
Absolutely.
You know, so he produced computers in a building that was in, you know, it had an environment that you didn't have to worry about what was going on the outside.
There's no cap on what you can make.
So I always thought, I'd like to have a manufacturing company. Now,
so it's a controlled environment.
We're pretty darn controlled, even though we're still exposed because of just not having the amount of income to produce and, you know, lock it down.
We're getting there.
But we're getting really close to what we're doing.
Katie, who's all these people?
You know what, man? That's how come we don't get nothing done. Look at them out here. They're out here on a powwow. Yeah, incredible tiny homes, yes.
I don't care where you go in Tennessee, you're going to have a toilet outside. Always. Always.
Get us some flowers.
We need some flowers to plant. That's right.
I was thinking about bringing part of one of the rose bushes at home.
There you go. That's perfect.
Line them up, you know it? Oh my God.
Raspberries I can transplant.
Yep, that's right.
There you go.
Gosh. Yep. Yeah, every time I come out here, they're doing that right there.
Hey, everybody wave to your families. Oh, look at everybody.
Yeah.
Aw, that's awesome.
It's not our fault that every time you come out here, it's break time.
It is. Every time we come, it's break time.
I'm sure it's break time, right?
I remember this kid.
Yes, he's back.
Oh, I remember him.
Have you graduated from high school yet?
Yes, sir.
You're bona fide. Yep, he's good to go. And now we're going to bring him on full time.
There you go.
Hot
Good.
dog. Yeah, his dad works here.
Oh, yeah, Albert.
Yeah, Albert.
That's right.
Gosh, good. Well, we're bragging on you guys, man. You did a great job. Looks good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Except for you. I don't know about what you're doing.
I don't know about you.
You're doing
Come on,
good.
Ace.
All right.
Bye, guys.
All right. So,
That's funny.
see, and then out here, you guys can see we got solar panels. that are stacked up, our Birmingham. And these are the boxes coming off the line. And we're having a situation where people are taking a little bit of time coming to get their homes. So we're trying to coordinate to where you guys can come and get your home as soon as it's done. So we're notifying you just when it begins on the assembly line. That way you guys can arrange your pickup, all right?
Yeah.
So,
Oh, Randy, look over there. My God, it's everywhere. Look.
oh, they're
look,
just, how
look
do
at
you get
everybody.
anything done?
It's Hi, everybody.
Gotcha!
Look at Alyssa in her pretty dress today.
Oh, yeah.
Alyssa, show your dress.
Look at her dress.
Look at, woo!
Gosh. Just happened to catch,
Nobody's
every time I walk out, everybody goes,
Everybody's like,
again.
oh, man.
Because, oh, I was just like,
Is there any way that we can show the outside of that, or are you ready to
of
show
the
that?
Incred-I-box?
No, the
the cottage. Well, we can walk over and show it.
Yeah.
Now, these are the new panels. Yep.
So this is the old panels right here.
So, yeah. Now, these being dark gray looks really nice
looks
against
really
the white
pretty.
trim, right? Now, you guys can see all these fasteners. Of course, like normal is what we do. The trim, like the guys were cutting, and these walls are set just like the one with the suction cups.
Yeah.
This right here, and this is a 20-footer.
Yep.
So come here, and I'm going to show you the
Now
cottage.
Here is the new panels.
And we put this together. I'm trying to, man, we're trying to get the guys, if they wouldn't take so many breaks, we could get something done.
See everybody over here?
And look, here's the new panels.
Yes.
Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now this
Oh, beautiful.
This will have a corner, of course, but see the thickness on here, a little bit thicker, about the same gauge metal. But these are the panels without any fasteners.
Wow. And look at the shape of it.
Yeah. There'll be a window here. This is for the bathroom. And now this is the Incred-I-cottage, everybody. You've got a gable off here. What was it? What was the price on this? I can't remember what it was.
Oh my gosh, I don't remember. Blah, 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 blah.
No, it was in the 30s for
Blah,
this.
blah, blah. I can't remember.
Yep.
Oh, he's home.
Aw.
Everybody's so happy to see him.
Alyssa, what does this sell for?
She's on break.
Look at her,
Don't answer.
scratching her head.
Don't answer, Alyssa. Don't do it.
Everybody should have this on their speed dial. But this, they comes on a 24-foot trailer. It's a 20-foot home. So you get a 4-foot porch. Come over here, Amanda. Everybody likes, you can't build a cottage without a front porch.
No.
And this will have a roof over it.
Oh, it's cute.
So you got a roof, a front porch, a door, 2 windows, and then you go inside. So there's 2 different ways of purchasing this thing. You can get it as a Incred-I-box or Incred-I-cottage, which means you do any kind of interior decorating, woodworking, trim, or anything you want. Or we'll do it completely for $49.9.
Wow.
I think it was $34.9.
It was. We'll have to go back.
I think it was $34.9. And
I'll
if you
put it
want
in
it
the title.
completely done, now that's wood inside out. Listen.
Yeah.
We do it. We did a rendering, all right, and it has shingles with metal roofing on this roof, plus the front porch. Then it had flower boxes. It had shutters. We didn't intend to film this today. That's why I don't have the information with me. But this is the Incred-I-cottage. Now listen.
I love it.
I'm telling you, listen. But you can put an add-a-cottage on this thing, and it can. We're going to get these things modular certified.
Yeah.
So it'll be 400 square feet.
And double your space.
So if you want to put another Incred-I-cottage right next to it, you'll have a 10-foot porch, or no, 20-foot porch.
20 foot.
Here's 10 here, another 10, and it's 400 square feet. The other one, so you can have a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, modular home, certified modular home that's 400 square feet.
Wow.
What do you keep pointing for?
Because they got music going.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to get away
I'm sorry.
Come on, Ace.
Come on, Ace.
Just trying to get away from the music.
All right, they're ready to go back to work.
Everybody's going back to work, got their music and all that stuff. But this
all right,
is
I don't know how to
amazing.
get away from the music.
I know, it's like it's everywhere. All right, let's move over here really quick. Yeah.
All right, so before I end this video, I wanted to show you we do still offer our off-grid packages, solar packages. Go on our website, check this out. And if you want your basic solar, $7,500. It's a 2K lithium battery, 3K charge controller inverter, 4 panels. You can't beat it. Price it against anybody in the country. We install that ready to go on your home, and it's a beginning solar system. We put that in a lot of homes, and when I was out in Quartzsite, the people that had anything equivalent to that, they were like, wow, there's a lot for a good price. Now, this has got a rain catchment system. This is a 100-gallon tank. We catch all the water from your gutters. This is a first flush. So any of the debris on the roof first goes into here. The debris fills up with this first. There's a ball in there and an upside down funnel. The ball will stop any water from coming in after it's full, and no debris will come back out, and then you get a cleaner water here.
Oh.
And of course, inside, then you have a filter system, pumps, right behind the toilet, which is right over there. All right.
Okay.
So we can do your complete off-grid. We just sold a complete off-grid. It had, I think, 6 solar batteries in it, 6 or 8 solar batteries. And you know what? We just sold a duplicate of that today.
No, you didn't.
So we sold a 20-foot Incred-I-box.
Oh my.
And it is Mac Daddied
Yay.
out. I'm talking wood trim, lofts, 6 or 8, I can't remember how many 2K lithium batteries are in that sucker. There were like 6 panels. You could just go, right, and not worry about anything. It even had a remote control start generator, dual fuel, had a suspension underneath it for off-roading. So we do that. Isn't that cool? So we had a good friend of ours who loves our product, and he created this, and believe it or not, we featured it in a video, and somebody's already ordered one of them.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful.
So everybody, thank you so much for watching. Where's Ace?
That's what I'm looking for.
Come here, Ace. Get over here. Come here. There you are. You stay.
He sees them birds.
Come here. You stay here.
He gets away quick.
Thank you guys so much for watching this video. And, you know, this is like Technical Tuesday that we're trying to show you a little bit of what's going on. We have got the Grove. We'll do an update tomorrow of the Grove, Buffalo Creek. Remember, we have got lots here to put your house, $300 a month on the mountain. And we'll give you the update on the mountain. We're putting the sewer, the water. We got palm trees that went on the beach.
Beautiful.
We're ordering more palm trees or more fencing. There's just so much going on here. So if you guys want to watch our life and how it evolves and watch the good, bad, and ugly, my gosh, just stay tuned in.
Yes.
And we'll get you addicted.
That's right.
Yeah. Can't thank you enough for you guys watching, all right? I got a lot of good friends out there that have been watching, been hearing about them. You guys in Knoxville, Tennessee, people that I've known for years back ago, I heard you guys are watching. I'm glad you are. I'm glad you are. I'm glad you guys are still watching what we're doing. And listen, I'm not going to hide anything. I'll show you. Look at all the junk back here, Amanda.
Lord, look at all this mess.
This place, if they quit taking a break, we get something done around here.
Everybody needs a broom in their hand.
Yeah. So this is just real, right?
Yep.
And that reminds me, you know, when I went out to Nevada and I seen Boxable, I was like, God, I want to be like them. They didn't have any of these raw materials anywhere.
Nowhere.
We got stuff stacked up. We got recycled cardboard. This foam will be recycled. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's just on, you know. And you know what? Every house that comes out of there is not perfect. Some of them, they have a little leak in them. We get them tested, right? Well, if they do, they got to they have to come outside, right? And then we got to go through them and work on them. So there's always this tweaking all the time.
Always.
So that's the part of industry, building, and the things that causes delays or whatever we have to do. But you know what? That's part of what we do for a living.
That's a part of it.
And this is not made for the faint of heart.
Oh,
right?
it's not.
Building this thing, and if you're just focused on one thing at a time, you won't survive here either. But going back to my last thought, I wanted to tell you guys that my identity, my longevity of living on this earth, and me being happy, what makes me happy, is not the amount of, people would say, the amount of money that this place can produce, or the volume and all that stuff. Listen, I live in an Incred-I-box. It's 8x16, and I'm happy, and I enjoy what I do. Some people say, well, Randy, you could retire. You could just stop doing this, and I'm not going to do it. You know why? Because this is the game that I love. This is what the life that I am pursuing to do, and from all the years coming up to this point in my life, I've been groomed to do this, mentally, physically. This is where I'm supposed. Now there's a ton of hindrances that are trying to take this away. And what I do is I've learned so much to block it out. And I've got to deal with a lot of things. There are things legally I got to deal with, personally I got to deal with, but that all you put all that together, it's kind of a way that makes it interesting too. It's still part of the whole game.
It's a challenge.
It's a challenge for sure. And where'd my dog go?
Look at him under that house.
He's
a shade hunter.
Can't be in the sun.
No, he's like me.
He's a shade hunter.
He's a shade hunter. Look at him.
Yeah.
I love it. All right.
All right, buddy. Thank you for watching. We'll see you tomorrow. Incredible Tiny Homes. Sign up, subscribe, kick your button. Stay tuned.
Okay.
Bye. Come on, buddy.
We're glad Ace is home. Look at him.
I'll take you for another hike.
You know what? I think he needs a nap.
He's laying down everywhere. He was out all night.
And go when it's cooler.
Yeah.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Come on. Let's go. Come on, bud. Good boy.